me pointing it the other way, so we're gonna go vertical. Line up right there. Almost right down to the trail here. Quite a big dump, actually. This was one of the richest silver mining districts in the world at one point. Or so rich they hauled it around the Horn of Africa, get it to investors and smelters, etc. I hear some deer, but I don't see them out with the person. There's no tracks on the trail. No one's been on it since it's rained, but the two of us. Afternoon.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
There she is. It's steep. This mine dump is pretty big. And they're all over the place. I've been walking past them all day looking at rocks. Not all day often. There's quite a few. That ridge right in the middle there, I was inside of last week. There's an open tunnel down beneath us here too. I'll go into someday. Cameras. I've been in it a ways. Apparently it goes all the way to Park City from here. Let's see, back up that mine dump. Well, they're all over in the shadows. You can't see them. Let's see if we zoom past the sun. No. There's mine dumps all over there. Yeah. Ryan, how you doing? Man, I gotta get some mail out to you. I gotta drive. I bought my house close to here though. The intention is, so here's some piece of ironstone. That ain't ore. It's an indicator. I was looking at all these cool, what is it, the fault lines where all the silver deposits. I want to learn more about, I know all this about gold, but I don't know how silver gets deposited so much. Some beautiful plants in color of the season over there. There's a ton of it down here. There's some real beauty. I don't know how much battery I got, honestly. This could be, we could be walking down into some real, I'll zoom in on some of this. There's a mine dump right there. This is all had like 6 inches of snow on it 2 days ago. It's always a good place to look for rocks. The gullies. And it's all big giant rocks though, right? Tailings going down. There's a big ones down here in the, where is it? No. Right there. We'll walk on down to that one. That's the one with the exit of the tunnel I've been into. So they drained all these to get into it. It's a lot easier to drop it straight down or carve them out the tunnel. Oh, the sun's going behind the big mountain and it's getting chilly fast. I gotta keep moving. I got warmies too. I put dress clothes on. So there's some ledges up there they're digging into and dumping the stuff down. There's a couple of adits right over on this ridge. I've walked it. Funny, you know, I get up here and it's like, oh, look at this way, and then I find like an artifact. It's like, no, I've seen that before. And where I haven't walked, it's because it's too steep and I've skied it. But oh yeah, we missed all that prettiness over there. But let's zoom in and it's just lit up. Here's the hotel I got fired from. That's funny. All right. I've had 72, 73 jobs. Been fired twice. Let's step over here in this little saddle. Take a look over there before the sun's gone. This big rock sitting here against the tree, coming tumbling down. How would you like to live there? It's like a little frost hit some of them. Those are usually all light up red. That orange in the middle is sun kill. All right, here we go. Back on the trail in the shadows. Vivid lights. We get down here, there's a whole bunch of mine pits down below. There's tailings all, you can kind of see it now that sun's gone. It's all mine roads and dumps all over the place up in there. There's one right there. There's some right here. Yeah, so we're gonna go down and walk onto that one. Oh, here we go, beautiful, look at that. Unfortunately, the camera my phone's messing up and I couldn't rotate it flat, so we're in this weird bittersweet. So that building there has like original walls of the Stillwell vaults from like 1850s or something. They're the original. Here's a nice piece of rock with something in it. Oh, see, it's telling me to rotate again. But so yeah, Stillwells, and there's one known token from up here at Alta that says Alta on it. As far as like small, they used it wasn't like real money, but it was money. So you couldn't call it a coin; it's a token because it's not government issued. So like I'm making silver coins that aren't coins because they're tokens, and it says good for one loaf of bread on it. All right, so you might have got paid that from the company store while you're working for the company that own the mine, own the store, etc. Right? Sure, it's pretty. So you see, let's see, I'll zoom in on it. They have these towers up there now instead of using the howitzer guns. They phase that out, and they have those things have like some sort of gas. I don't know if it's CO2 and it just whoops, or if it's got a lost the trail. If it's got CO2 or if it's got a gas that ignites and makes a whoomp. So there's all the beautiful colors down through there. You know, they'll be glowing without the sun on them once I get to them as well. It's that time of year right now. It only lasts for a week or so, especially when it snows on them. I'll have to come up and get it. But that's, I mean, the view from way up above, I posted on my Instagram some pretty cool. I'll try and feed some into the channel here too. Movie post. Right, so there's mine dump. It's crazy. I try to do a little bit of work on this trail to keep the erosion from, you'll see it just runs straight along, but then there's water comes flowing down. It's standing here when boulders come running off the mountain. But you can see this is like basically a stream in the spring, and it just goes right here. And this is the mine entrance. Looks like someone built something over it for some. I haven't seen that before. But I wonder if it collapsed a little right there. See, yeah, the water's just running right over the top of it. So all of that should be up here, diverting flow. We'll take a look, see if there's nothing's collapsed. So I've only been in it a couple hundred yards, and it goes in for very far. So here would have been like a building right here. And big old dump. All right. So again, this wasn't like this is more of an export tunnel. But I think they end up finding and exploring and running through. Yeah, so you can still get in there just fine. And there's cold air blowing out, right? So it's good air in there. And interesting. You definitely need to do some work to keep this erosion down. Good that someone else is thinking about preservation as well. Stovepipe. Heating out the side of the stove. Some old banding over there. Again, you see where they flatten out right here. A little safe spot they could work through the winter. So you get 20, 30 feet of snow right in here. No problem. All right. They only had that platformed out. They probably had a building right here. It's kind of fun. So there's some metal from a. But they chased something in right here a little bit. There's a face up there they chased into a little bit, but what's nuts, I mean, it just goes. I'm off the trail here because I know where all this. So I don't know if there's open portals into here. They moved a lot of earth though. trailheads up. There's more workings right there, and then, but it just goes in and it goes up. It's everywhere. Mines everywhere. So there's 20,000 men living in this little zone of where you see the light down below. There was a town down there, and there's another 20,000 men back that way in Michigan City, a mile, and that's just a big old pit of despair. I don't want to go that way. Looks like it'd be fun with boots on, but I'm not wearing boots. So there's mines that are across over there. They're smaller for the most part. And again, there's one. This building is. They call that building the mine. Where is it? Right there. It's sitting on a huge dump. And there were big old dumps all over through there, but they spread them out for the ski resort. And those go in pretty deep, and so. But I've been into this ridge here from the other side. This is just super extensive workings through here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go that way. So I know there's galena ore up here I found, but I don't know exactly if it was galena everywhere. I think there was other ores, and I seen 20-something years ago there used to be some ore samples in the town library, and I went this summer to go look for them, and all I found there was like other rocks, like a geology rock set, but no ore samples that I remember from 20-something years ago. So this is collapsed and filled in, but this thing was a big old vertical shaft, I believe. We have, it doesn't look like much here, but the tailings just run all down. You start seeing the extent of it over around, so they avoided this out. And there's levels all across. It's interesting seeing the different levels they dig into and stuff, right? So every year there's less and less little bits of artifacts, whatever. So here's another pit down here. Less and less bits of, I think this is a hematite right there. Yeah, ain't nothing special. But leave it right. Look at that. There's truck tire marks. Someone drove a truck up here. There's a motorcycle track, a dirt bike. And all this right here, this is all tailing. I'm on like stacked layers, and so it's just, there's some rock here they dug in. That right there is dug in. This is the way we mine the mountain. Tailings up there, so and then we come down to where we're at, but I'm going to show that there's workings. Follow the different drift lines and stuff. Oh, pretty. There's the gold. Something went wrong. Oh, I lost the signal. That don't duck. Yeah, I'm getting down lower. I might not get signal. We're way up the canyon here. I don't know if I'm having any. It's probably all fuzzy to start with. Yeah, ain't no rattlers up here. There are some down lower. I have seen very few rattlesnake in Utah. Who's that saying hi, Marshallist? How you doing? Just out for a hike in old mining district here. There's an old cart. So couple days ago I was up here and I was hiking up an old cable line or steel rope line. It's interesting because there's so much erosion up here. This is I've talked about magnesium or calcite and what else do we have right here? Limestone and the different kinds of limestone. It's kind of neat to see. This is like where I would come and get for myself if I was to do that. Oh, here's the pretty colors though, right? That's what I'm mining on. These fucking views. There's a hardcore on the lot. How you doing? More mine dumps. Yeah, how much water gets flowing, just the roads right away. There's a mine right in there. There's a dump. More mines, more dumps. More dump. Little adits, pockets, exploratories. And then there's like roads zigzag all over down below here where they bulldoze through looking. There's a beauty. So that would have been a sapling 120 years ago when they cut all these trees down for. Here's an artifact. We got timbering, right? Or firewood. And then they use these square nails. Forged square nails. Pretty cool, huh? Artifacts come out when the snow from the rain flies. I got piles of them. I got a bunch of actually spikes, small rail spikes last hike. They were all down under that rope line I was hiking on. Where I come from. Some pretty colors for sure right up there. Aspen. Hello, New Zealand. Right? It's amazing. It's amazing the life and times that we have right now, right? We're all so fucking blessed. Right? And I go out and I get out in the world and I think about how fucked up my life is at times and I see other people and I realize like I'm so blessed. Like yeah. So Right? And we're just getting our first snowfalls, and you're just getting spring down there. I hear a drone flying, ruining my wilderness experience. Where the fuck is it? There it is. The drone doesn't know I'm filming it as it films me. Where's the fucker? I see it. I don't see it, but there it is. It's really quiet up here, and I also have like really, really good hearing. Certain tones. There's some tones. I used to run chainsaws. I just threw my chainsaws out that I bought 30 something years ago. We made the most money out of anything I ever made money on. It's running my chainsaws. They're all froze up. Not even good for parts no more. Right? I wished I could turn the camera, but it won't let me run that way today. So I'm just gonna keep running this while I walk back to the car, and you guys enjoy. We got 5 or 8 minutes of road walking, and then I get into a trail that goes through the forest again. So I got 15 or 20 minutes of this left. I might need to stop and put a warmie on. But there is. I've marked a tree for Azarian. When he goes dormant, I want to come and, I don't know if I walked past it or no. So this one's neat because so they did mine dump down here. Hey, Logan. And then they pushed it over the road. Traffic on the North Alta Road.
It's a good looking road today.
You know, yeah. I have never walked this road when it wasn't. I'm skiing at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Piper's all? How's that, Ryan? That's about. So I'm a little bit. I mean, this is actually the most vivid time of day, but it's pretty amazing when the sun's on it too. This is hard to beat. Right? I have painted this stuff. What's funny though, here, let's zoom in. Again, there's the restaurant hotel I got fired from. Nah, but whatever. Here I am doing my thing. But yeah, you get the blue behind it, it really just goes so much more vivid. That's funny, is I never freaking went hiking. I went hiking a couple times when I was working there, but you're exhausted at the end of the day. Get up at 4 to come up here and slave over a kitchen. I don't know. I'm looking at jobs again. Maybe, maybe not kitchen. See if I can't use what I went to college for. This wash here is usually good for artifacts. These mine dumps. Look at that though. Look at those colors. Bunch of mine dumps up there. Almost not quite enough snow to go skiing. But one of the first places to ski for each year, it's called So Long. And let's see, it's right there. Yeah, right? There's houses right here. There's people, there's a deer. Let's see. Zoom in on the deer. Earlier today, there was flipping helicopters whop, 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 whopping all over the place. Smooth side.
How's it going?
Downhill now.
Yeah. It's more like brief photography stuff.
Yeah, right?
Just racing for the.
For no brief running.
So I used to 3-4 times a week go park at the top of the road over there and run up over chasing the sunlight to the Mary Lake to catch a fish.
The twin bikes.
When I could still run. I'm all arthritic. I don't even hike fast anymore.
That's a lot of work to run out of here in general. I guess to see running is just...
I fought fire for a living, so like it would be like you are instead of having 50 pounds of gear on, right?
Yeah, oh, for sure, yeah.
So it's all relative.
You don't look heavy now.
No,
You're saying you're just more fit.
I was 20 pounds more muscle, right? But I used to carry 50 pounds of gear when I worked firefighting, and so when you drop it all and running was nothing.
Sure.
Right? You tend to learn after a while, taking so many, right?
Say what?
Yeah, you learn after a while. We used to have to.
Out a long time ago, though.
Yeah. Happy day, folks.
Yeah, it's like good, definitely good, like, how do you say, it's like, phones are really good for, composition.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I started using them when I oil paint, just to get my composition and know, okay, that's what I'm gonna frame.
That's cool.
Have a good one. Oh, it says I'm running out of battery. Yeah, this thing's got an insane 10x zoom on it. It doesn't have the best macro, unfortunately. I'm really bummed about the macro. Doesn't do the best flower pictures. But yeah, these aren't birch. This is aspen. I'm trying to think if we even have any river birch here. We do have some smaller birches here down in the riparian zone. So here in Utah, we have this. These are 10,000 years old. And they don't look like they're that big, but the whole thing, this is all one plant. As far as you can see, These are all the ones that have the same color top. That's all one plant, and these haven't sprouted in 10,000 years. So the little ones underneath are still the same plant, but they're not as mature, and they're protected. They don't get the chill air as fast, right? So that there are no seedlings. There are saplings that come from. They're all clones. Quite often, I'll hop off the trails and just walk down through the deer paths through here. It's pretty sweet. But... Oh boy. Yeah, we have what's its name? Pando is here in Utah. I think I'm not sure if it's in Utah and Colorado or if it's just Utah. Some people say there's a lichen that might be bigger, but it spreads more area. It has, it doesn't have as much biomass as the pando. But the pando is sick and dying. I think it needs a fire or something to rejuvenate. Well, I mean, 10,000 years is 10,000 years. What kind of wildlife did I see today? I saw a Clark's nutcracker. I saw ravens. I saw a mule deer. Yellow belly sudsuckers are on the trail beneath us. Trying to think of what else did I see. There's Clark. I don't know if I saw a mountain blue jay. I think.
Right up here, you'll be in the sun. You'll take the trail turns up to the left, you can see the sun. So she's right there.
That's not the sun up there right now. That's just the leaves glowing.
Is it?
Yeah, sun's. Yep.
Can you see on the crest over into Solitude and Bright?
Oh yeah, that's a ways up there though.
Yeah.
Cool. I just came off the top. It's a good hike.
Nice.
Yeah.
About what, an hour from here?
I think you could walk it in an hour to the ridge, but you wouldn't be seen in the Solitude at that point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a ways to get into where you could look into Solitude from there.
Got it. Is
Yeah.
that the Honeycomb Cliffs?
You'd be looking in the Silver Fork when you get to the top of this the trail,
Got it.
but
So
you gotta
Honeycomb
know
Cliffs
where
is
the trail is that goes to the top too, right? And there's
Yeah.
a couple of different ways to do that, and
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Happy walking. Enjoy the colors. I guess they weren't yellow belly sudsuckers, they were Inuits. Miners, Rockwood, but yeah, this is the trail. Same trail miners used to use. Okay, so right down over here, this is pretty cool as we come down to the parking lot. So which way did I park even? Is that me over there? I don't remember which trail. I think I headed up this trail. So, but this building right here, this is the entrance to what's called the Hecla mine. And this mine, there's a plaque on it, we can look at it, but it says it was almost started a war between Britain and the United States because it was so rich, and the Bank of London pooled all its funds, and you know they bought it, and they were operating it for 3 months, and it hit a shear, and they iced the strike. They couldn't find it, and it was like 50 years later. But so it put a real financial burden on the country of England, and they debated in Parliament whether to declare war, thinking it had been they knew it was going to run out or something. But like 50 years later, they found it again, and it was 3,000 feet lower. So, but you can drive a car into there, and then you can go all the way through to Park City in these mines. There's right now they use it for water. All the snow percolates through, and you get super clean water. But there's like the bones of mules that were born, raised, and were fed to the miner. You know, they worked their lives pulling carts and then died down in there, and were fed to the miners. And there's workshops and dining halls, and anyhow, we're coming right up to the end of the road here. Willow. So yeah, we walked this down, come down off the ridge. It was pretty much we were right up there when I started the film. Cool colors though, right? Wow. That's what I really came up for, is the colors today. So we'll walk over here and look at the entrance to this mine and shut it off at that point. Not capture anybody's license plate if I can help it. Oops. Right, so this whole header right here is this old mine. Emma mine. What the heck? Behind this building lies the Bay City Tunnel of the Emma mine. In 1873, the Emma received international attention when its silver-bearing vein faulted, and British investors accused the mine managers of fraud. British Parliament discussed war, and President Grant's administration scrambled to heal the wounds. At the turn of the century, the Bay City Tunnel was used to access the elusive ore vein. The Emma closed in 1918, having produced close to 4 million in silver ore. Today, the tunnel leads to the source of the town of Water's Alta water supply. That's that. All right. Well. Oh. Some of these colors, though. Let's zoom in on the colors before I shut it off. Look at the colors of where it's at. Where it's at. Whoop, whoop. Oh, battery's dead. Doesn't matter. We're done one way or the other. I can't even see where to shut it off now. Alright. Let's see. It's just gonna die. I can't there it is. Alright, well I'm gonna shut it off before it dies. Later.